Alright, so it's that time of week again. So today we're going to be looking at 20W48A. Now unfortunately we didn't get a snapshot last week, so there will never be a 20W47A. Moment of silence for 20W47A. Alright, anyway. Right, so the main headline of this snapshot is the Dripstone. And here it is. The Dripstone block, right here, Dripstone block. Unfortunately this doesn't generate naturally yet, but I think it looks kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of a cool looking block. It's very red, definitely doesn't really match with the tuff a huge amount, but I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe it matches with terracotta? Almost. I don't know, I'm sure I'll find somewhere for it in building. Anyway, so these are the stalactite/mite, whatever it is. They even made a joke about it in the patch notes, which I thought was kind of funny. So as you can see, if you build them down here, they kind of form like that type of a thing, which I think is really, really cool. So you can see it's like smaller, but as soon as you place it, this one comes up to meet it, which looks awesome. And if there's something not attached to the top, they'll fall, just like you saw in the update video, or rather in the Minecon live stream. So how long can this be? Does this have like a certain length that it can be? No, it can be very long. So what if you have this, right, and you have just like a zombie chilling? Because these things seemed pretty powerful, you know? So let's go ahead and add some glass here. Okay, this will probably work a little bit better. Let's give it a test. Wow, okay, that was 2 dripstones. Let's compare that to an anvil, shall we? Because I feel like an anvil should be a little bit more powerful than that. So, let's see. Yep. Anvil's definitely more powerful, and I really hope that I can find that area again. Why'd I go? Okay, here it is. Why'd I go so far away to test the snapshot stuff? That makes absolutely no sense. And if you're curious as well, the pointed dripstone can be placed on anything. So let's fall from around this height, and let's see how much damage that does. A lot. Wow. Okay, so if it's pointing upwards and you just destroy the bottom block, it just kind of disappears. Alright, fair enough. And is it an insta-mine in survival mode? No. Okay. But you do get items for it even if you destroy it with your fist. Interesting. Something else that looks interesting is that if you put water above it and then put a cauldron below it, it'll actually slowly but surely fill up the cauldron, which is kind of cool. That's interesting. But if you put lava above it, it also fills up the cauldron with lava, because remember we have the lava cauldrons now, don't we? See if this is affected by random tick speed. Oh, whoops. Okay, these can be waterlogged if you were curious. Alright, I'm gonna fill this with lava, and we'll come back to it at the end of the video, and let's see if anything has happened. Ooh, something else interesting to note is that do bows do the same? Right, okay, so tridents can break the dripstone, but bows can't. That gives another use to tridents, which is cool. So, now the bundles. So let's give this a look. It has the fullness down there, so we can go ahead and fill this up with stuff. And fullness is 23 out of 64. Is that only if you have advanced tooltips on? Yes. So if you press F3 and H, you get the advanced tooltips and it shows you the fullness. That's kind of cool. And now when you right click it in your inventory, only one item comes out, like so. That's pretty cool. Except if you right click it with like that, all the items spit out onto the floor. That could be annoying. Okay, so it looks like there's no way to take it all out in your inventory. It would be cool if you could just like shift right click or something to take everything out. Just like how you used to be able to, but oh well. I guess you can right click even if it does chuck everything on the floor. Does this work yet? No. I reckon it would be a really cool feature if you just have it in a dispenser and you dispense it, and it maybe even just dispenses one item from it. How cool would that be? Oh, it either dispenses one item from the bundle or all of the items from a bundle, just so that you can use it in sorting systems a little bit easier. I mean, yeah, theoretically you can just go up to it, right click, and then have like a hopper in your sorting system for that. But it would be so much cooler if dispensers could do it automatically, so you can just chuck the bundle in a chest and it'll just go. Because that seems to be a pretty big complaint. A lot of people don't like the bundles for some reason. I personally love the bundles, but a lot of people are saying, nah, they're useless, there's no point to them, which I think is a little bit ridiculous, but anyway. I mean, I technically literally just used it with the dispenser and the lever. I put them in the bundle. Like, this thing is useful. I don't know what else to say. And while, yeah, you do have a shulker box, let's go through the process of a bundle versus a shulker box, shall we? So let's say we have all these items. For a shulker box, you need to place it down, you need to put all the items in, shift clicking them in, and then you got to break the shulker box, and then you've got the shulker box. If you want to access those items, you have to place it down again, access it, and then break it again. Which is alright, but it's a lot more convenient to just take it all out, and then you can just put all of the items into the bundle, like so. And then boom, you have the bundle, you need an item, you can just right click until you have it, I guess. And oh, you want to use it in the sorting system? Well, you just have a hopper, boom. Oh, whoops, boom. Although it would be cool to be able to do it in a dispenser, please add that. Alright, so candles can now only be placed if there's a solid surface below. Technically true, like I can't place it here, but they can still float. So, and do iron bars count as a solid surface? Yes, okay, that's good. In the off chance that they remove it, I'm going to keep these floating candles here, just so that we can have it in our world before they get rid of it. Hell yeah. Wearing any leather piece of armor now prevents freezing entirely. Does it actually do it this time, or is it like last time where it doesn't? It looks like it actually prevents freezing. You can see the outline going in there, and then when you put the leather armor on, it fades out. Okay, yeah, that's good. And texture changes, once again, the amethyst has apparently been changed, but I don't notice a change, but the budding amethyst has definitely changed. I'll put an image next to it here. Yeah, it's a nice cross pattern now, which I think is a lot better considering it actually matches where this amethyst cluster comes out of. So I think that's a really nice little change there. As well as this, you may have noticed a texture change with the candle. It's just a single candle instead of multiple candles there. Along with the clock and the compass. They actually look like they've gone through texture changes, because before they didn't really look like they changed the textures of them in 1.14, if I'm being honest, so I feel like they fit a lot better into the world now. It's also very, very clear that the budding amethyst is the budding amethyst now. I was just looking at the comparison there. It's very, that cross is so much more clear than the little dot that used to be in the center. So yeah, hopefully you won't accidentally mine it. Something they didn't mention in the patch notes, but I kind of saw it offhandedly, is the spyglass has a changed texture, as you can see. Oh, and when you zoom in, they change the texture again. So in the last snapshot video, I missed that they changed the texture when you look into it. It's actually square now. I mean, you can still F1. Now it's actually a 3D model, which is cool. And what does it look like when you look through it? I mean, I'm looking through my mouth, but other than that, it's pretty cool. This is the problem with having a skin like mine, because even helmets don't work properly. I mean, look at this. This is ridiculous. I can't see in the slightest. Anyway, so that's the spyglass now. Any lava in the cauldron? No. So this takes a very long time by the look of it, which is probably a good thing. I mean, it would allow for renewable lava, which would be really, really awesome if that's the case. So definitely that should be a proper feature. Alright, and other than a few bug fixes, like compasses don't spin rapidly anymore when in a bundle, like that kind of stuff. Other than little bug fixes like that, that's basically about it for this snapshot. Again, bit of a smaller one, but I feel like we were a little bit spoiled when it came to the Minecon Live thing. I feel like they showed way too much in that, and we got way too excited. And now the snapshots are coming out. Everyone's expecting everything to be out at one time, and it's just simply not. So yeah, I think the important thing to keep in mind is that this stuff will take time, and they started the snapshots very, very early in development. A little bit too early, if you ask me, but maybe it wasn't, I don't know. Either way, at the end of the day, this stuff is going to take time. It's about as much as there is to it. This stuff is going to take time to make, so yeah, I think we should forgive them for not including a huge amount in the snapshot. Anyway, thanks for watching this little snapshot video. These seem to do really, really well. People like the snapshot videos, so I'm going to keep doing them. I have to get up pretty early in the morning sometimes, but that's perfectly fine. I kind of enjoy doing that anyway, so yeah. Thanks for watching this little video. Oh yeah, and please consider subscribing if you enjoyed the video. That's important. Yeah, anyway, I'll see you in the next one.